Welcome to a new episode.
What?
Oh, shit. Hold on.
That's staying in there.
Hold on.
Welcome.
Welcome to a new episode of Just Chatting, Real Business Roundtable. We're going to just talk about what's going on, how things are going.
I feel like we haven't done a Just Chatting in a while.
A lot of new opportunities opening up to us. We are grateful for those opportunities, but we are also willing to handle the challenges.
All right. And that's when we move on.
Yes,
How
we
you doing?
move on. I'm doing okay. I'm doing great. So,
Just chatting. We haven't done Just Chatting in so long.
I know. Yeah, it's a new year. People are being weird. But I think people are slowly learning that their business is still going to run.
Yeah.
They still need to operate. They can go be weird in the corner. It's time to get back to business.
So we haven't even really talked about it, but I believe in, the end of April, possibly, we just fucking revamp the whole thing and get some guests on here because we've been saying we're going to get guests on here for a while. And
you know what it is? I've been kind of talking to people, but it's weird. We'll talk about it. Oh yeah. And then they're really busy people too.
I know. I know, but
Matt, for example.
Yeah.
He's wicked busy.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I'm bothering him, and I'm like, all right, well,
Well, I say that we set up something at Twins in the back room, and we get a couple people in there. I just think in April, we just redo some shit, revamp it, get some guests on here.
In Twins
in the back room, bro. Get Matt in there.
But you want to smoke cigars on the show?
Yeah, bro. What? No?
I don't know.
What? I'm smoking a cigar. Who? I love cigars.
I don't mind smoking a cigar. Let's talk about Little Debbie cakes.
What?
I have a friend, a colleague, whatever you want to call it, that really loves the Christmas tree. The Little Debbie Christmas cakes.
Let's talk about hobbies after. Go.
These things, do they ever go bad?
No.
How many preservatives are in these things? I'm starting to become concerned. Anybody at home watching, if you're familiar with the Little Debbie Christmas tree cake with the lines on it, I know somebody that really loved them and wanted to keep a bunch. And those things don't go bad, allegedly. The level of chemical fuckery that's happening in the human body. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's like Twinkies.
I'm guessing. It's my opinion. I don't know. Why do they last so long?
It's like Twinkies. It's like
I don't eat no Twinkies.
Yeah, you do.
Never. The last time I ate a Twinkie. Hold on. The last time I ate a Twinkie.
I've never had a Twinkie ever in my life.
I think it was 1998.
I had Devil Dogs.
I think I was 18 years old. I was at one of my buddy's houses, and he had a bunch of snacks and crap, and I grabbed a Twinkie. I think that's the last time. I was 18 years old.
So, dude, I'm hyped because spring is in a week.
You're going to say Girl Scout cookies.
Girl Scout cookies are really good.
Oh my God,
I support, hold on, I wholly support the Girl Scouts. I think that's great. Whatever, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. But my personal opinion is I don't like the ingredients.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I don't like the ingredients on them. I personally, my opinion.
That's my opinion!
This is my opinion.
Is I don't like the ingredients that are in the Girl Scout cookies. I want to buy the cookies to support them, but I'm not going to eat those.
You would once in a while, no?
The ingredients are like a storybook.
Yeah, but it doesn't
pages
hurt you.
And pages of hydrogenated this, that, this, words you can't describe. I want pages flowing. Pages, paragraphs, scientific formulas.
Yeah, but the thing...
It should just say wheat, sugar, coconut oil,
how to make a natural Samoa.
chocolate, cocoa bean. The shorter the ingredient list, the more likely that I will eat it.
This is my thing, though.
You
Ready?
can consume that.
No, this is my thing, though. I
It's bad enough that I eat Cheetos.
Cookies, you get Girl Scout cookies once a year. Once a year.
I don't give a shit.
No, listen, moderation, everything in moderation. If I'm gonna eat those Girl Scout cookies, I'm eating those fucking Girl Scout cookies. Straight up. Like, I'm not gonna have them like once a month. Like, I'll eat them.
Here's the thing. If I do, I do it reluctantly. I'm like this.
He'll sniff them.
It tastes good, but I'm like, that is not good for me. That's not, I shouldn't eat that. So here's the thing. I've lowered my Cheeto intake.
Good.
I've reduced my Cheeto intake to twice a month instead of once a week. I'm working. It's progress. Because what I do is I step back and I see the ingredients and I go, let's reel it in.
Did you see they made a roasted hot Cheeto?
No.
Yeah.
Where?
It's back to once a week.
Where?
I don't know.
Roasted?
Yeah, bro. It's back to once a week. I got them. I got them, boys.
The jalapeno ones? Ooh. Hobbies.
So I just wanted to talk about this because I grew up skiing, and I feel like I fell off of. I used to go constantly. I used to be on the mountain constantly. That was my thing. I raced. I did everything, and I noticed that I kind of like lost track of that. Like, I lost it a little bit, and recently I went out and I want to get back out there, and it's just one of my main hobbies that I loved and I still do love. And there's like that like peace of mind when I'm actively skiing that I feel like I've lost in a sense. It's like, I'm not even trying to be like it's interesting, and so I just want to get back to it, and I'm fucking hyped about it. I got new skis, I got new, a bunch of new equipment and stuff like that. And, I just think that having hobbies and stuff like that, and that's not my only one. I have, many other things that I do and I enjoy, but I just feel like it is so important to have almost like especially as someone who runs a business, grows businesses, just is constantly working with, not being on the clock, just going and going and going. I feel like it's really important to have those vices that are good for you in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I used to. I want to get back into timing my sprints. So if I don't know if I've talked about this before, but me and my son are really into doing 100-yard sprints. There are several health benefits to doing sprints like that. But before, I want to say maybe 5 years ago, we used to actually go to a track and time our sprints. I want to get back into that because I like the challenge of seeing how fast I can do 100 yards. Mm-hmm. Like that was, it's one thing to do it for the movement and do it for the cardio and the workout and the training and the high intensity and all those benefits of sprinting. But at the same time, I want to challenge myself to beat each time. So if I'm doing it in X amount of seconds, if I'm doing 100 yards in X amount of seconds, I want to try to hit a better number. Remember, constantly improve. So that's my goal of something that I want to get back into is my timed 100-yard sprints. So I don't have active hobbies. I have sedentary. So I'll have a bunch of things that I'm into, and I'll shelf one. Then I'll pull one out of the shelf. Like, I want to get into this. I want to obsess about this. Then I shelf it. I'm not 24/7 into a specific hobby. So like my main hobbies that I'll never get out of is
cars,
performance cars, and working out, weight training. Those two I will not. Those are 24/7 hobbies, but like little hobbies from like when I was a kid. Like I said before, I like baseball cards, stuff like that. Comic books from when I was younger. I'm a wicked sneakerhead, although I am limited on room with the sneakers. And Cam, you can actually show a clip from my IG. I do have a problem. And I have recognized that, and that's, with any addiction, that is the first step, is recognizing that.
The sad thing is that your closet is not even that bad.
I have like 150 pairs that haven't been cracked open.
That's
There's a problem.
But okay,
it hit me one day. I go, I don't know if I'll ever be able to wear these. I'm going to be 99 years old. Probably a third of the way in.
How many of like this? How many same pairs do you have? Like, what is like the most?
So
of, like,
what?
the same
This is
pair?
what I do. Everyone says rock one, stock one. No, I rock one, stock two, because when number one wears out, because I'm wearing it, is the shoes that I wear, I will buy 3 boxes. 1 I'll wear. 2 I'm gonna put away, because when the pair wears out that I actually wear, I want a backup, but then I still get OCD about the other backup. Like, I don't want to have to go on StockX and pay triple price. Let me buy it now. That's the logic.
So
I like my dad make a couple comments. Why you need all the fucking shoe? Like he went. Well, he gets crazy sometimes. He sees all the shoes, and I know he sees it. And I might just shut the closet door to not like get him going.
Yeah.
You have fucking shoe.
Yeah. But like the thing that I'm asking is like, so do you have like 10 of the same pair?
Not 10. My max on pairs that I know I wear, my max is 4, minimum 3.
Do you have any that are investments that you're gonna resell?
Not really into that. I have flipped some shoes.
Because you like an interesting.
I flipped some shoes because I felt like I was overindulging in my Nike headiness. And I said, why did I do that? I sold some sneakers that I was so regretful for selling.
Yeah. But did you have a second pair?
So I really love the design of the Spizike. So it's the Spike Lee collab with Jordan. The black with yellow.
Yeah.
The black, yellow, and white Nike Spizike. I had those, and then I regretted selling them. Literally, oh God, I felt so dirty. I felt like I betrayed because I didn't have a backup of it.
I've always been, when I was younger, I was very active in buying and reselling shoes. I loved it. The first pair of shoes I ever bought and resold were the Laney 5s, Jordan Laney 5s. I remember I stood outside the mall 3 a.m. and waited with my buddy John, sleeping in the car, waiting, went out, went in line, stayed out in the cold. My first ever drop, and that got me like almost like addicted to it. It was so much fun getting a pair of shoes that were exclusive and having those shoes. I didn't even want to touch them. I put them up on like a pedestal. I had them like a trophy, and then I resold them, which was awesome. And I got a little bit of money out of it. And that, it's interesting. The more I talk about my experience and when I was younger, when I was reselling shoes, it almost not only taught me a lot about basics in business, but it also sparked that interest in wanting to start a business and wanting to run and operate a business. And it's very interesting because that was like my first time ever, doing some sort of business transaction, so to say. It's really cool to think about, because I say often, build something off of passion, because you'll never fall out of love with it. And that is what started my passion was that, just that my passion in business is what it started. It was that. And that was a hobby that I'll never let go of. I have a couple pairs of shoes, but I don't wear them really anymore. It doesn't really fit my style now that I've, my style now. I have, a pair of mochas. I have a couple, shoes that I wear occasionally. But it's interesting how thinking about how those hobbies from my past got me where I am. It had a piece of where I am now because it sparked that interest. It sparked that passion. When I first did my first buy and resell of my pair of shoes, the Laney 5s.
The blue and the yellow.
I remember that like I was like, it almost like opened up a piece of my brain because I remember when I bought them. I think it was like 180, something like that. I can't remember exactly. Maybe a little bit less. I don't remember. But I sold them for a little bit more. And I realized, like, when that transaction happened, it opened up a piece of my brain, like, oh, and I was like, I couldn't even drive yet. I was like 14, maybe. I don't remember, honestly. But that, you know, that hobby, and then that you know, converted into me going to conventions and buying more pairs of shoes, getting into different types of clothing and bags and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
You know what sneaker I'm really obsessed with right now? The Nike Air Max 180 Ultramarine. I've been really intrigued about this shoe. I'm seeing some old Nike ads for it, and I think I might grab a pair. They're a little pricey, but yeah, I think I might add one to my crazy collection. No, here's the thing. If a sneaker is like $100, okay, I'll get 3 of them. If the sneaker is like, if it's north of that, I'm not stupid with like shit like that. I'm very calculated on if something's really worth it or not. And sometimes I don't. I'm like, if a sneaker goes too high in price, I'm like, okay, I don't need to show off. I think I'm good. I'm not gonna go spend $1,000 for a fucking sneaker that I'm gonna beat up.
You know what? Yeah.
Everybody's different. I'm not that guy. I'm not gonna go spend all this money on a shoe that I'm gonna wear. I wear my shoes. I wear my sneakers. That's the difference. I don't just look at them.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm gonna wear them, I'm not gonna spend that much on them. I got a limit because then I start to feel. I don't know. I don't want to insult sneakerheads that rock expensive sneakers at all, because I respect the culture. I respect the sneakerhead world. But it's just wild to me to just put them on and just beat them up when then, like, if you didn't wear them, they'll go up in value. Think about that. They'll go up in value.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it would make me crazy to wear them. Like so let's say I had a pair of Off-Whites up at
I have
the Off-White Air Max 90s. Those are beautiful with the little, like, the twisty tie or the zip. Those are beautiful sneakers, but those are going to appreciate in value. And that would be going on in the back of my mind. Like I have some old Air Jordan 5s, the OG ones with the Nike Air on the heel. There's a difference. So the Air Jordan 5 will have either the Jumpman or it will have the Nike Air. I'm a 90s kid, so I remember the Nike Air on the heel. And that was also a sneaker that I never had. I always wanted since I was a kid. So when they came out with the Repops, the retro, I bought a couple. And then, of course, you got the yellowing of the icy material that you get. So the icy material on a Jordan 5 is the sole. The net that's on the side, that's called the icy.
Yeah.
But it gets yellowed.
Yeah.
But what's
you can clean that.
Yes,
you can get it.
Yes. I've seen some instruction videos on how to do that. But what was really interesting is the Off-White, the what's his name? Virgil Abloh. When he came out with the Off-White Jordan 5, they were already yellowed, which I thought was a really cool twist.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of like, so there's companies out there who sell distressed shoes that were looking distressed.
Yeah, I heard those are in.
Don't quote me on this. It's been a while, but I think not Rick Owens. Who is it? Mason Margiela, Rick Owens. There's a couple different brands out there who sell shoes like that are almost distressed right off the bat, and they are dope. It's funny because I've always been a huge fan of Virgil Abloh, what he's done when he partnered up with Louis Vuitton, that changed the game.
Yeah.
I've always been a massive fan of his. It sucked when he died. It was so unfortunate. But right before he passed away, I was finally able to, like, buy some shirts and sweatshirts, and I bought, this is the only thing I use, but I bought them right before he passed away, and the prices for them skyrocketed after, because, obviously, unfortunately he passed away. But this is the only thing that I use, and I love this thing. This is Off-White, and I just remember, being able to buy Off-White stuff for the first time. It was like, wow, because, obviously it was expensive, but for a good reason.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, one thing I do want to get into, and I think I'm almost there, and I know you're probably gonna be like, yo, bro, get into it, is watches. I want to get into watches, like soon.
I'm into watches, but with constraint and control, because it's not as affordable as
shoes, of course,
as a sneaker. So I have to be reserved.
We're big foodies at the end of the day. We love food. We love eating food. We love going out, trying new experiences.
Damn.
What I want to do is I want you guys to comment. Do you guys want to see new stuff with us going into restaurants, trying out new food, doing stuff like that? Someone leave a comment. Say, I would love to see that. Food. Comment food, exclamation mark.
Yeah.
If you don't, it's fine. Whatever. I don't care. But thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's kind of all over the place, but that's how we are
It's
when
just
we do
chatting.
just chatting. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications to get notified every single time we post a new video. Also, check us on Instagram. We have clips, updates, and more. Thank you so much for joining us. See you next time. Peace out.